Tyler's sixth studio album, titled Call Me If You Get Lost, is an artistic culmination of all of his previous work combined into one. Released on June 25th, 2021, the album, in contrast to the genres of IGOR, is at its core a rap album. The album pays tribute to 2000s era mixtapes, which is one of the reasons for it being narrated by DJ Drama. Being travel-oriented, the album sees Tyler take on the persona of Tyler Baudelaire, a new alter ego. Tyler Baudelaire is based on the French poet Charles Baudelaire, whose work has been compared to the explicit nature of Tyler's music. According to Matthew Ismail Ruiz of Pitchfork, Baudelaire, the character Tyler plays throughout the album, is a proxy for Tyler's newfound worldliness, and his inability to leverage the sophistication to the relationship of his dreams. Charles Baudelaire's most famous work, 1857's Les Fleurs de Mal, translation The Flowers of Evil, was originally banned for being too explicit, and Baudelaire himself was prosecuted for indecency. Similar to Tyler's evolution from an angsty teen spewing filth for shock value into sensitive lover man with a mischievous streak. The intro track Sir Baudelaire acts as a cold open that introduces us to the new alter ego of Tyler Baudelaire. The instrumental is presumably sampled from West Side Gun's Michael Irvin off of his 2020 album, Fly God is an Awesome God Too. After listening to this introduction, we can presume that this project, as well as the persona of Tyler Baudelaire, will be centered around the themes of travel and luxury. The travel theme fits the timing of this project especially, being released right after a lot of the COVID-19 lockdown restrictions started to be lifted worldwide. After winning a Grammy for Best Rap Album of the Year, for an album that didn't seem at its core a rap album, Call Me If You Get Lost shows Tyler the Creator going back to more of his roots, in the sense of him making an album which at its core is a rap and hip hop album. This is in contrast to the more neo, soul, and jazz direction that's taken on IGOR and Flower Boy. I think he did this not only to go back to his roots, but to prove that he was capable of a proper rap and hip hop album that could attain Grammy status, or to improve and refine older sounds that you can see blended together in this album. The next song, Corso, represents a fuse of sounds from previous albums combined into one. The song is similar production, noticeably the bass, to Flower Boy and IGOR, as well as an explosive but polished instrumental akin to Cherry Bomb. A Corso is a walkway where festivals and events happen. In terms of lyrical content, the song talks about Tyler's social life and influence on those around him. It is also the introduction to the main storyline that progresses throughout the album, where Tyler is in entanglement with a girl and her boyfriend. A similar story to IGOR, just a different kind of love triangle. What's the Name featuring NBA Youngboy is the introduction to the girl that Tyler is chasing throughout the album, where it seems as if he's introducing himself to this girl. Also featuring one of the greatest pickup lines I've ever heard, "Aw, you look malnourished, go get some bread." Lumberjack is a braggadocious banger with a bombastic instrumental that is one of the best examples of Tyler going back to his roots in rapping. I think Call Me If You Get Lost in general is a homage to some of Tyler's earlier sounds that are now more polished and refined. Throughout Lumberjack, he brags about his wealth, getting a Grammy, and even brings up his father saying, "Shout out to my mother and my father didn't pull out." I think Hot Wind Blows is the song that represents the project best. It captures the adventurous theme and mellow sound of the project, with DJ Drama announcing our destinations throughout the track. We just landed in Geneva, yeah that's in Switzerland, we on a yacht, a young lady just fed me French vanilla ice cream, we all got our toes out too. On the track Massa, Tyler talks about how leaving Los Angeles was the best thing that ever happened to him, and to give him a larger sense of perspective. The track sees Tyler rap aggressively about the people who had doubted and hated him through his career. He also compares the conditions that African Americans face through slavery to the modern day US, where black men such as Tyler himself have been able to forge a huge amount of success. The track is a brilliant display of emotion and social commentary, ending with the bars, "I paint full my pictures and my perspective on these drum breaks, just for you to tell me it's not good from your lunch break." This is one of the stronger tracks on the project in terms of lyrics and subject matter, covering a multitude of different topics within its almost 4-minute runtime. Run It Up is the most uplifting and inspirational track of the album, reflecting on Tyler's newfound confidence from his past achievements, despite feeling alienated in his youth by the people around him. In a way, it's an anthem for chasing your dreams and for confidence. Manifesto is a track that talks about cancel culture, where Tyler raps about his controversial past on albums such as Bastard and Goblin, while talking about how he refuses to conform to other people's standards and expectations. Ironically, the production is a bit akin to the sound of Goblin. Sweet / I Thought You Wanted to Dance is the notorious two-part on the album, which continues the trend of every 10th track being a two-parter. The first part, Sweet, represents Tyler's love and infatuation with this girl, where in the second part the girl chooses her partner over Tyler. Wilshire is an 8-minute song that was recorded in one take, where Tyler reflects over and talks about his failed love story that takes place throughout the album. When I made the Wilshire song, I was so sad that I didn't want it to record in the booth. So I told my engineer, we're just sitting there, just me and him, and I'm like, yo, just plug the handheld mic up. The handheld mic, $100, it's terrible. So when I recorded, it was at a mic like this, and I just sat there, started it, then the first verse was like, hold on, run it back. And then I did that whole song, the 8-minute song, in one take, just sitting in a chair. And I say, keep it, because at that moment I said, I won't ever feel like this again for the situation. And I put all that emotion there. I don't want to re-record it, I don't want to clean it up. I want what I was feeling at that moment. So in there. So when you hear that, that's truly me in the fucking corner like this. So texture and all of that, that's what that is. And that song to me is perfect because I knew what I wanted. I love that. Like his past 2 projects, this track is an example of Tyler capturing his own emotions and putting it into his music. Capturing the rawness of it was the point. This track also marks the end of the love triangle storyline on Call Me If You Get Lost. After Wilshire, the track Safari acts as a send-off to the album, telling you to go get lost and explore the world. There are a lot of fascinating things about the creation of this project. DJ Drama featuring as the narrator of the project actually brings a tweet from late 2010 full circle. In another full circle moment, Tyler won his 2nd Grammy for Best Rap Album of the Year at the 64th Annual Grammy Award ceremony. This time with an album that was undoubtedly a rap album. Roughly a year and a half after the release of the original album, the deluxe version titled The Estate Sale was released. Ironically, the deluxe had some of the overall project's best songs such as Dogtooth and Sorry Not Sorry. Tyler described how Call Me If You Get Lost was the only album that he made a lot of songs for. The way this deluxe extends the narrative of Call Me If You Get Lost is actually very well done. It starts with the track Everything Must Go, where Tyler is selling his estate after the story of the original album, mentioning his accomplishments since the success of the original album. Dogtooth is the lead single and extra from the album that kicks off as a gorgeous piano track. In this track, he raps about oral sex and selling his estate, tying into the theme of the deluxe. The song Sorry Not Sorry quite frankly deserves its own Grammy, as it is a song that embodies Tyler's musical growth and maturity up until this point. This is without a doubt one of the best songs on the album, let alone Tyler's discography. The video for this song displays a stage with every one of Tyler's personas throughout each one of the albums thus far standing on it. Each line is wrapped in the perspective of each version of himself, with the more aggressive lines being represented by the Goblin version of Tyler, the present day Tyler being voiced by Tyler Baudelaire. At the very end of the video, a shirtless Tyler is killing Tyler Baudelaire as well as the rest of the personas. The very last line by DJ Drama also foreshadows the next era, as he says, "A new era is upon us." I feel like Call Me If You Get Lost is one of the most accessible albums if you really want to get a feel for who Tyler the Creator is as an artist. It embodies a mix of musical sounds, old and new, and quite frankly, I can't wait to see where he goes in the future. With that being said, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe. On technical difficulties, please stand by.